On May 27, 2025, the stage of America's Got Talent lit up in a way that changed one young man's life forever. Jourdan Blue, a 23-year-old street performer from New Orleans, walked out with nothing but his voice and a story full of grit, resilience, and hope. A few minutes later, as Howie Mandel slammed the golden buzzer and gold confetti rained down, Jourdan collapsed to his knees in tears. For millions of viewers, it was dazzling television, the kind of moment reality competitions are built on. But for Jourdan, it was proof that every hardship, every rejection, every night spent homeless on bathroom floors, and every battle with addiction had led him here. This is it, he thought. This is my chance. The world saw a singer step into the spotlight. Jourdan saw a doorway opening, one that he had been pushing against for most of his life. Jourdan's connection to music began in his earliest years. At the center of that story is his grandfather, whom he lovingly calls Grandpappy John. Their home in New Orleans was filled with music, not from high-tech speakers but from well-loved vinyl records spinning late into the night. Marvin Gaye, Queen, Sam Cooke, and other great voices filled the air. For Jourdan, those evenings were more than entertainment. They were a kind of comfort, a way of softening the edges of life. Even as a young boy, he discovered that when he sang along, something stirred within him. His voice carried emotions that seemed beyond his age, a gift that his grandfather quickly noticed. More than once, Grandpappy told him, "Boy, that voice is going to take you somewhere." During high school, that promise began to show itself. Jourdan found the stage through theater, and for the first time, he experienced the thrill of live performance. Standing beneath the lights, he felt a connection with audiences that was almost electric. He realized his voice was more than sound. It was a tool for telling stories, for expressing feelings, and for reaching the hearts of others. But life has a way of testing even the brightest talents. As Jourdan entered his teenage years, his path became more difficult. He clashed with teachers, skipped classes, and eventually faced expulsion from school. By 16, he was without stability. Some nights were spent on friends' couches, while others were endured curled up on bathroom floors. It was during this time that addiction entered his life. What began as an escape from pain and uncertainty soon became a dangerous spiral. At 18, he suffered a near-fatal overdose. For a moment, his life truly slipped away before he was revived. That terrifying experience became his wake-up call. From that day forward, he vowed to walk a different road. He quit cold turkey, determined never to repeat that mistake. Through every hardship, one constant remained. His grandfather stayed by his side. Their evenings with music once again became therapy. Grandpappy provided not only shelter but encouragement, gently guiding Jourdan back to the thing that gave him strength: singing. Slowly, music became more than a passion. It became survival. As Jourdan entered adulthood, he faced the same responsibilities that so many young people encounter. Bills had to be paid. Jobs had to be taken, even when they left little time for dreams. Music seemed like something that might always remain in the background. Then the pandemic came. For many, it was a time of pause. For Jourdan, it became an unexpected turning point. With the world slowed down, he found space to reflect. In that stillness, he began writing songs. His lyrics held the weight of his struggles. His melodies carried the emotions he could not always express in words. What had once been a hobby became his purpose. Jourdan began sharing his voice online. At first, it was nothing elaborate. He recorded videos on his phone, often with no special setup, and simply posted them. Yet people noticed. Listeners heard not just sound, but truth in his tone. His honesty resonated, and comments of encouragement began pouring in. These small affirmations gave him the courage to dream bigger. In 2021, he auditioned for American Idol. Though his audition never aired, the experience showed him what might be possible. Soon after, he made a bold decision. He quit his job to pursue music full-time. It was not an easy choice. He and his girlfriend had just welcomed their son, Jax, into the world. Supporting a family with uncertain income is never simple. Jourdan turned to busking on Bourbon Street, the bustling heart of New Orleans nightlife. Night after night, he sang for tourists and passers-by. His setup was simple, sometimes even powered by a car battery to keep his speaker alive. The money was inconsistent. Police occasionally forced him to stop. Still, he kept returning. Each performance became a lesson in resilience, sharpening his skill and hardening his resolve. One evening, a video of Jourdan singing on Bourbon Street was captured and posted online. It spread quickly, eventually gaining over 6 million views on TikTok. Suddenly, his audience grew far beyond the sidewalks of New Orleans. His following rose into the hundreds of thousands. Viewers tuned in to watch his live streams, drawn not only to his talent but to the sincerity of his performances. Yet life on Bourbon Street was not without danger. On New Year's Day, Jourdan chose to stay home, unwell. That same evening, tragedy struck when a truck drove into a crowd on Bourbon Street, killing and injuring many. The thought haunted him. He realized how easily he might have been there. It became clear that he needed something safer, something bigger. That turning point came when he auditioned for America's Got Talent. Jourdan chose to perform Break Even by the script. From the first note, he captivated the room. His voice was both vulnerable and powerful, carrying the weight of every hardship he had endured. The audience rose to their feet. The judges sat transfixed. Then came the sound that every contestant dreams of, the slam of the golden buzzer. Confetti rained down as Jourdan dropped to his knees, overcome with emotion. For those watching, it was dramatic television. For Jourdan, it was a moment years in the making. Backstage, his grandfather watched with pride, tears in his eyes. Since that night, Jourdan's life has changed rapidly. His social media following has exploded. Instagram has grown to tens of thousands. TikTok now counts more than 359,000 followers. His YouTube channel continues to grow as he shares covers and original songs that speak directly to the heart. In July of 2025, he reached another milestone, his first ticketed, sold-out live show at the Sanctuary in Biloxi, Mississippi. For Jourdan, this was more than a concert. It was confirmation that people would pay to hear him, that his music had become something people valued deeply. Opportunities continued to appear. TikTok named him one of its top musicians, sending him to Cabo to perform at a special event. During a live stream, singer Alex Warren appeared unexpectedly and asked him to sing the song Ordinary. After hearing Jourdan's rendition, Warren told him, "This is your song now, just take it." Moments like these reaffirmed Jourdan's belief in showing up, even when it is difficult. As he himself has said, "Some of the days I didn't even want to go live ended up being the best days." Despite the attention and opportunities, Jourdan has remained grounded. He still performs for his online community. He still treasures time with his girlfriend and son. His greatest hope is simple: to provide a stable life for Jax, one that looks very different from his own childhood. "I want to raise my son in a house, not on the street," he has shared. "I want him to never have to sleep in a bathroom like I did." Jourdan also continues to care for his grandfather, who now lives with him. Recently, he revealed that Grandpappy has been diagnosed with cancer, a challenge that weighs heavily on him. Though his grandfather will not be able to attend the America's Got Talent live shows, Jourdan knows he will be cheering from home. On August 19th, 2025, Jourdan will take the stage once again for the live rounds of America's Got Talent. This time, he will not only perform for the judges but for the entire nation's vote. While he has not revealed whether he will sing a cover or an original song, he has promised one thing: it will be emotional. "When I sing, it's not about hitting every note," he explains. "It's about making people feel what I feel. If the audience connects with me, the performance is going to work." His vision stretches beyond the show. He dreams of recording albums, touring internationally, and using his platform to advocate for mental health and suicide prevention. One of his most ambitious dreams is to create a music festival dedicated to healing, where music and community can come together to inspire hope. Jourdan's story is not that of overnight fame. It is the story of years of persistence, of powering microphones with car batteries, of nights spent homeless, of heartbreak, and of healing. It is the story of a man who found survival in song and discovered that his voice could not only carry him forward, but lift others as well. His voice is unforgettable, not because it is perfect, but because it is true. As the live shows continue, one thing is clear: Jourdan Blue is singing not just for himself. He is singing for his son, his girlfriend, his grandfather, and for everyone who needs to believe that hope can rise out of even the darkest places.